Yo guys, good morning, guys, and that was the muffins with Umsebenzi went daughter. So which is kind of linked to what we'll be talking about again kind of here today. But then hey, good morning, guys. My name is Leroy, and welcome to Makoya. And that's the big shout out to Mam Tembu, Le Shivas Rigale Lapo, Le Bitumelo Parking and a Super Notion. Thank you for the heart there, sister. I see new faces here. Nyaber Ramarumo, good morning, and Tabzi, good morning, guys. Yeah, man. Why not? Sapakan tu ano ring sharp sharp, sure. Like, I don't really understand you, but anyway, well, guys, like, please remember to keep inviting more people, and then like keep liking the screen there, and then like let's grow this community one day at a time, right? So but again, kind of just a heads up, né? We're gonna keep the show very short actually today, né? So like 1 hour max, né? So let's try to keep it, but again, kind of like that. And again, uh, I haven't fully recovered yet, né, guys, né? I I really haven't fully recovered yet. So my sinuses are big, but again, dizzy, né? So we'll just work around that actually. It's about it, closer the ask man bubble, bro. I am not removed that barking and a I removed it. Fuck this guy. Yeah, no. I removed it actually, so it's fine. Oh yeah, and please send me gifts, guys. Never in Kana. The target gave 200 roses. Yeah. So please let's do the right thing. Call how you mo namo. Because I removed it actually. You know? And maybe leave and come back as a like maybe you'll find you'll find it gone actually. But yeah, man. So how you guys feeling today? Actually, well, again, before we start with the topic, but again, get you see it here actually. So like, just let me know how you feeling. So I don't know, because me, nah, let's have it. But again, like, okay, wait. I see Mom Tembu's here, Tepo, Ruth, Nyabe Marumo, Lilo's mom. Hi and welcome. Tears of joy. Hi, welcome, Cece. Tabzi, Shosho Tabzi, LeeroyHD. What's up? Le Felicia Maunye. Good morning, guys. So yeah. So how you guys feeling today? Hey, I'm not so great actually. But kind of this weather is messing up with my sinus is really bad, bro. Like really bad. But then hey, I hope you guys are good. Yeah, bro. You know, kind of self love is very tough, you know. So you really have to, as in like, buddy, gonna give yourself a shout out. Yeah. Hi, Mom Tembu.
Morning, Jan.
I'm alive. How are you, sis?
I'm good. Hayi,
Mm.
hawu kanti wena nanamhlanje awukapholi kwenzakalani kanti?
I-weather sis, ngisho manje working kana kuyanetha sinining heat waves sinining there's winds, yeah, so now that really messes up with my nose actually. So now hey man, so basically I've been sick like literally the whole month. Imagine that.
Ah, mama,
Yeah.
kuzoba-right.
I don't know, ngizophola.
Kuzoba-right.
I don't know, ngizophola.
Uzophola mfethu, ungabi ntekenteke nawe.
Ish,
Thatha
right.
amakhambi lapha uhlanganise uphuze. Hawu,
Ngihlanganisa jo, it's again like working kana.
ngiyakubhekela amakhambi lapha kwamayimayi. Bhekela
Yeah,
amakhambi lapha kwamayimayi.
yeah.
Thumelele wona.
Yeah, and but because now it's like this Western medication clearly is not working. So now man, the phone again pizza man. Yeah, well,
Yeah. Nami ngiyazama shem. I'm recovering so far. Went for a checkup.
that's good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sengiba ngcono. But my concern is ukuthi it's like I am no longer going to be able to drink alcohol.
Well,
Angikho
let's
right. Angikho right, guys.
so for the December
Eish.
numbers of man's in Oros.
Cabang. Tabang. Tabang. But I'm thinking ukuthi I should change whatever that I'm drinking
Mm,
and try something different because last week imagine I just had a sip of
mm.
brutal nakhona nje tasting yo ama-ulcers angenzani I
Ama
almost
answers.
died. Mama
Nah,
mina ngiyafa nami ngiphatha
nah,
mahhala nje nami ngiyafa nje ngiyagowisha.
nah. Oh, Sisibona, you're not gonna die on my watch. No, Sheba, actually, ne, very gonna lend gonna live working gonna the heartburn problems actually. So there's a pill actually that I found out about is like 2 years ago actually. Nabarige Omiflax 20. Eh? So you take that once a day actually, yeah? Exhale.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, but again, and then like one of for the next 24 hours that hours, one you can have the spicy food you want, you can have the acid you want, you'll be fine.
So ngitholaphi lolo philisi?
Go to pharmacist in total. Like let me show you. Total very thing. 80 bucks actually. Let's you see.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah,
Okay, okay. Bamba Banjalo, just want to take a screenshot, man.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, but again,
Yeah,
so I don't know, you just have
I'm sorted.
what's that
Mm.
once a day fell and then born. You will not have problems like that. Like never, ever, ever, ever.
Then ngizozama lona angeke phela. Sure yo ngoDisemba ongaka. Ngathi umuntu
Mm,
engakhona ukuba soba ngasi uDisemba. The way isigowisha ngakhona ama midlife crisis ngapha
imagine.
ama-financial issues.
Ngapha
Umjolo ngapha uyasidribula.
umjolo.
Hayibo guys.
Imagine nje. Yazi nesimelo nathi yazi.
Kuningi.
Fuck man.
Yo, so le mpilo idinga uthi ukuba dizinyana nje ungahlezi uhlala uhlezi usoba because depression guys.
Oh yeah.
Depression is not nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know right shit actually. But no, you know what? No, like just have one capsule, but again, kind of like daily fella. Born the elderly, they had been they with things of the past. But again, but then now, ne, they don't really they don't working working they don't cure them kodwa fela nje they level the acid lapho
Yeah, just to calm them down.
mm, yeah
Mm.
yeah man but the very and I don't worry you'll be fine my
Okay.
friend bro.
Angazi because ngizwe bangitshela ngechibuku cabanga bathi ngiphuza ichibuku iyasiza ama-ulcers. Someone mentioned ama-seeds lawa we-purple like inside those black seeds and I've tried chewing them yo, like and I couldn't even hold myself ngihlanzile the way zizimbi ngakhona leza zinto so bangitshele ngechibuku izolo bathi bathi ngithenge ichibuku yazi mina abantu
Imagine
bathi
wow
ngithenge ichibuku ngiphuza ichibuku iyasiza for ama-ulcers so I'm like cabanga nje sengiyeliquor store ngiyofuna ichibuku
imagine ngakhala uthanda kodwa ngifana izinga
ngabe
ngalesa
umhlaba ungishaye
sikhona
ngalo ndlela
hayi mina ngizokuhleka
cabanga
awu wala ngizokuhleka la ngithi sisukudla kangaka phuza ichibuku yini nga no ama-ulcer hawu angeke hayi ayikho leyo.
eish
No, man, but then thank you very much,
hayi
Mr.
thank you.
Thank you. And I see Sis Fusi there just joined us. Hello, Sis Fusi and Mrs. The Voice. Good morning. How are you? How are you? And what's that? Like, thank you for the follow. There's Carabon. And who else joined us actually? Mbalomu Bembe. Good morning, Bali. And Brare. So Ray. So yeah, guys. But again, please do join us here actually. And then like l- let's have this discussion actually, right? Nah? Because I had as like wait, actually wait. Before we start, just a friendly reminder, guys. We are all human here. You can make jokes, you can ridicule here and there, but then do it with respect, please. we have different opinions here, we have different views, and we come from, as in like, what's that, different bargaining as in like families and bargaining and religions and like spaces. So whatever you're gonna say here, please remember to be mindful, né? And you can speak your mind, but then with respect, né? So yeah, man. So please request a little join and I'm thing about this actually, but then before we do that, because me, I'm gonna invite you guys, because me, so me, I'm gonna invite you. eh, Every one of y'all here, I'm gonna invite you. But then remember, when you get in the panel, né, guys, you mute your mic and then you wait your turn, né, to speak, né? Please, and thank you.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, here's the topic of the day. How do you deal with the external siblings that you have? You know, or already have siblings actually. Because I've come to realize that now most of the 90s babies, nah, we tend to have siblings that we don't know of, because some cases you'd find that daddy was working there, go Josie, and then he would come home as in like once in 3 months, and then Federe, he was very busy there, go baraging Koli, and then now like later on in life you find that you have siblings there and there, nah? Or the other way around actually, right? Like like let's say your father left you and then he went to go have another family somewhere else. Okay, okay, cool. So now, yeah, so now as in, like years later, you find that now, like what's that? Like Balomuth is my sister now. You know, how do you deal with that, and how do you kind of like navigate that? Because last night, nah, uh, uh, last night I was chilling with a friend of mine here actually, Gerard Lotla and Jerry Nuela, and then we spoke about this actually, Nyan, and the horror issue. You know what? Like my, as in like my half siblings, nah, some of them actually they cut us off actually, right? Because we were okay if they were growing up, you know, like okay, sharp, like could see each other here and there, but then like a few years back actually, they decided to just just block us actually, right? They didn't say nothing. We have tried reaching out as in like no one, but then they want nothing to actually do with us actually, right? So like when I thought about it, actually, okay, I'm not saying for like this is what they think, but then when I think about it, actually, I'm like, maybe they are mad or that our father chose to be with Rona and they're like not them, so now they kind of feel like they are not loved, and then feel they as in like they want nothing with us and stuff like that, which is understandable, but then like really hurts, because now that's not our doing actually. We are just the product of what they did there, you know. So Rona, like the best we can do is just to, you know, to embrace each other, and then like, you know, like just but again like just make sure that we connect and federate. And because now my other fear actually now Gure, like let's say maybe my daughter for bargaining kind of like for bargaining. No, actually, our kids now they meet there and then like bargaining kind of they fall in love and then like yeah, but bargaining sorry, like they find out that or no, actually your mother's my father's working kind of sister, and then now like those kind of things, you know. It's so like that's another thing that like that gets me really worried about this. So now I've tried actually to actually reach out, but then hey, well, they were not. Okay, yeah, cool. So yeah, hey man, I've tried, guys, but hey man, like I feel like we should make the effort, hey, because that's not our fault, you know. We just came to this earth and then federe, we found it like this, and then hey man, you know. But some feel for no, they are not loved enough, they are neglected and stuff like that, which is understandable. But hey man, ish, in that tricky right there, right? So Jay, what do you guys think now? So now we're gonna start from the bottom now. So ke mam Mbali, le bariking kana lebrasia, then Mrs. Pumpkin, and then Mrs. The Voice, and then Tempo. So, guys, we're going to be very strict in bargaining and today. Now, you are only going to get 5 minutes actually because I'm going to have to close the show come 1/2 past. That's all right. So, please, like, let's be very bargaining and nah. Right. So, Mam Tembu, you,
Okay.
yeah, bosses, you can start right there. Let me put on your time as well.
Okay.
Mm.
Mina ngizokhuluma according to my own experience. Mina ngikhuliswe yi-stepfather. My dad, angazi ukuthi noma usaphila or noma wandlula emhlabeni. But ngathola at the age of probably 17 or 18 ukuthi my stepdad is not actually my biological father.
Oh.
So my mom, she disclosed everything with me. Nanindaba ukuthi he's the one that chose to distance himself from me. And into eyangizwisa ubuhlungu kakhulu it's ukuthi we would usually, because bekasebenza e-Eastgate, Edgar's, so we'd usually go to a Eastgate like almost every month because my stepdad, he was a taxi owner, so bekarenkela what's this, i-Faraday. So that i-Eastgate besinokuya khona every month, and benginokumbona, but ekumboneni kwami, I didn't even think ukuthi he's actually babam. I would think ukuthi mhlawumbe umalume or something, because he would ask ukuthi how is school going and stuff, angiphuthwe into erandi, and then that's it. So up until my mom, she decided to disclose everything with me, and ngahamba ngayomfuna, ngamthola, ngabuza ukuthi what's going on and stuff. He was like, nah, mawako. And besides, the family was involved because of mawako, umalume bakhe, ama-taxi owners, so he was threatened and stuff. And
Oh.
ngabuza ukuthi, okay, why didn't you take the legal route? Because I believe ukuthi you could have fought for me as well. For as much as ukuthi you were getting threats from my mother's uncles, but you also have the right ukuthi nawe ube part of impilo yami. For as much as ukuthi besikwazi ukuthi sihlangane nawe whenever when we go to a Eastgate. And he was like, no, you know how stubborn your mom is and stuff. So I was like, no, okay, it's fine. It's water under the bridge. Time has lost. So let's just pick up kuloko esinago-ke manje and just move on. And he was like, okay, he's cool with it, but bekuwumuntu nje obenokugxeka umamami nje esikhathini esiningi. So I'm one person. I don't only just take one side of the story, but I also give another person a chance. So I was like, nah, ngoba it's fine. He was not there. It's okay. Now we're here. I guess bona ukuthi i-relationship yethu siyakha kanjani. And so far mina ngokubona kwami like he showed no interest because I was the one that was forcing the relationship. Ngangizama ukucommunicate naye when there's things that I needed at school because bengingamceli-ke like ama personal needs bengimfuna nje just nje izinto zesikole. And he would sound very interested kuwumuntu nje ukuthi no, I'm going to help. Comes the day umuntu akasatholakali or uza ngama-complaints and stuff. So nje kwaba buhlungu because I'm not only the only child that he actually turned his back on. I have an older brother that I don't know. I have a younger sister, ohlala la eSoweto, naye angimazi. All my siblings are Mazi from my father's side. The only siblings that I know is from my mother's side. So, based to the topic, Uguti, yes, sometimes ambazali bethu nabo they do contribute to i-hatred esibanayo towards ama-siblings ethu just because of ukuthi especially abobaba bona they will take iside lalo nkosikazi asuke ahlala naye ney'ngane kusho ukuthi that's the important family. Laba ukuthi bona abahlali naye bayahlala nomama babo bona ababalekile. And whenever, especially iy'dingo zabantwana ziyalingana. So if you are able to give umntanakho 2,000, meaning ukuthi bonke they should get the equal share. Hayi ukuthi laba they'll be getting it special treatment just because of ukuthi ngoba bona bahlala noma wabo. Do you understand? So so leyo nto leyo it affects kakhulu and uma ungathi uyabheka from abomama they try to at least ukuthi basibumbe sihlangane as siblings kungabi na that gap ukuthi khona oyi-favorite or khona ongasiyi-favorite because usually abobaba bethu yibo abantu ukuthi they would show it like right at our faces ukuthi no yibo laba babalulekile more than mina. For as much as he mentioned ukuthi yena benginokumcela into zesikole but he didn't show any interest. Instead he would come up with excuses meaning ukuthi that's the only family that mattered. So up until I decided to cut ties with him. Nakhona it was after when my grandmother passed away ngacela imali ukuthi ngihambe ngiyeThekwini ngiyongcwaba ugogo. And he just told me ukuthi akanamali wangibalisela nje indaba zakhe. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Sorted that out, went to Durban, buried my grandmother. And then he didn't even show any support, like ngokubuza, any like even the moral support, ubuza ukuthi ungcwabe kanjani, how was the whole ceremony and stuff, nothing. So that is when I was like, yazini, I think this is very toxic for me. So let me just distance myself from this man because he's not showing any interest. Ukuthi he also wants me to be a part of his family. So yeah, I pretty much it from now.
Mom Tumbu, like I really apologize that you had to experience that actually, man. So now, okay, Sharp, since now he distanced himself now. So now, have you tried to what's the effort to actually reach out now to 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 your siblings now? Beyond him.
Well, to be honest, Leroy, I don't even remember my siblings' names. Angbazi at all. Angbazi. Because ngazama, like I pushed and I pushed ukuthi at least ngikwazi ukuhlangana nabo so that I can know them, especially lo mfana. You know, izinye izinto sinokuzibuka e-TV zenzakala, they do happen in reality. And now I don't want to find myself in that situation because as kids, we don't use, especially if Ubaba didn't do right on the family, we would use Ibongo Zabo Mama Bentu. And more especially if Ubaba wasn't there, like obviously angeke kuzokhulunywa umlando ukuthi uqhamukaphi ubaba kubani kanjani, those type of things. For as much as Nama I don't know much about Umthembu, but I am still using Isbongo Sagamtembu, but it's also painful. Ukuthi I'm not able to at least reach on to my siblings because of ukuthi umuntu that was supposed to do that. It was my dad. He was the one that was supposed to connect the plug, but he chose ukuthi angakwenzi lokho. So I know nothing about them.
Ish. No, man, you know what? Ish. That's really dizzy. Eh? So now, man. But then I'm guessing, like, just one of those things you really just have to let go and say, hey, man, you know what, man? You tried, you know? So,
Yeah, I tried.
hmm,
Ngizamile and ngibonile ukuthi umzamo wami awuyisi ndawo. Instead, it's creating more hurt. You understand that? Because kubalulekile ukuba nobaba empilweni for as much as kubalulekile ukuba nomama empilweni, but if one chooses to have their own family and abandon the other family because of that's the important family that they have, then what's the point of you trying to involve yourself or trying to be the part of the family and knowing very well that you're not even welcome? And because the only person that was supposed to welcome and to reunite the whole family, it was my dad. He was the only person that could have done that. So for him failing to do that, then there was nothing else that I could have done but just to accept the way things are and just move on with my life and focus on the siblings that I have.
yeah. Hey. Yeah, no, that's a really moving story there, but I ain't got my sister. But I'm glad that you made peace with that, you know, for hey man, you know, and like others, whatever. Love those who love you and appreciate those who appreciate you. Like, Sapa, please mute your mic, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
I know it is what it is. It is what it is. So nabo abazali bethu, that's why ngisho ngithi abazali bethu nabo bayasenza ukuthi sibe nenzondo towards each other as siblings, because if ukuthi abazali bethu nabo abasikhulisi ngeqiniso and they don't treat us equally, then obviously as we grow, like all of those things, they do come back as a flashback all the time. And I remember my dad or my mom used to do this to me
Yeah.
or do that to me. So all of those flashbacks, they do come back. And that's when it triggers when you get older, because now you're starting to realize and now you're starting to compare. Like comparing ukuthi uSibanibani bekaya esikoleni esikanje, mina bengiya esikoleni esikanje. uSibanibani managed to go to varsity, I couldn't go to varsity. Yabona izinto ezikanjalo. Things ukuthi they could have been managed by two parents. Yes, sometimes our mothers, they do try to have a communication with our dads and try ukuthi at least kube nobudlelwane nabo baba bethu, but nabo baba bethu yibo abakhethayo ukuthi abobani ababalulekile empilweni zabo, abobani abangabalulekanga. So at some point it's also unfair for our siblings ethu because nabo it's not something that they chose. For as much as now your dad chose your mom, so the whole
Yeah.
hatred, it's not really necessarily because it was a decision that was made by an elder. So it's not ukuthi yinienimphoqile ubabeni ukuthi uzohlala nomama and stuff, or yini enimtshelile ukuthi no, everything will be done ngelimit or whatever. So nathi as siblings, njengoba nathi sesikhulile siyabona kusemhlabeni and siyabona ezinye izinto ukuthi okay, this is not really worth it. Like we can still fix our relationship and move on and forget about whatever that was happening
That's
in
simple.
childhood yet.
No, man, Baraki Maganis is Mam Tim. Thank you very much, Nescaraball. And love and light there to you now. So, yeah, hey, Baraki, guys, you know what, TikTok doesn't show me the time, I think, anymore, right? So, I'm gonna do it more, Nana. So, like, when you hear the tilly thing, that's your time, né? So, Baraki, it's on 5 minutes right now. So, let's get to Season Bali. Season Bali?
Hi guys.
How are you
Mina,
feeling today?
I'm good. I'm good.
So, your
I'll be
5 minutes
brief.
start
Yes.
now. Yeah.
So for me, I think it's difficult when you're dealing with siblings from, and I don't know why, but from your dad's side. I think it becomes very tricky when it comes from that side.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't spend most of your time together as siblings, like as compared to if your half sibling is from your mom's side. Because you live with your mom, it's 24/7. You guys are all together and stuff. But when it comes to the dad side of it, it becomes a bit tricky and it causes a bit of competition, yana, and comparing. So I think that's where the tricky part is. And especially if you have a parent who, hey, everywhere there's a piece and a piece he leaves behind,
Yeah.
and he
Leave a
doesn't
piece
put
of
you
me
guys
like
together.
forward.
Yes, and he doesn't let you guys meet. So good to you guys meeting at funerals, Ganti. It's your ex that you've slept with or whatever. Yabo. Iba tricky lapo. So I think, man, it goes back to we need to do better. I think our generation needs to come to a point where we do better as parents. And secrecies, ngabi na any secrecies where let's be open and honest with each other. If you know you have kids from elsewhere, like let's go out and find the kids and bring the kids together, and you will just to try and not create a children who now sleep together because of what and start their own families. Hey, some people even go to the extent of starting their own families and find out later down the line with yo, I married my half sibling. So yeah, I think it becomes difficult from the father side, but the mother, it's easier that side.
What happened actually? Like that's my biggest fear, man. Hey, gore jo, now you are gonna have kids here, and now they don't know your half siblings, and then
Mm.
they go do things. Then more later in life, you go cha 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 cha.
No,
Like, why, like all because in J is working. They're like, okay, not in a bad way, now.
mm.
Just because Jemotofela is in like they refused to rational actually, or you know what, this is not our fault, fam. Let's
Mm.
make this clear because now they fucked up. I feel it. Now that we are here, let's put it in kind of like let's make this worthwhile now. You know, Horenje,
Mm.
Ravo already incest to copy. Man, fuck,
Yeah,
yo.
and I mean that's why I decided, like, when I meet somebody, you or mean I ask you your surname. That's the first thing I
Yeah,
ask.
yeah, me too,
That's the
actually.
first thing I ask. And if I see you, Guti, there's a similar thingy there. I ask you, like, tell me about your background, because I think that's the simplest way to eliminate things. Mina, if you have the same surname as me, Aisha, Mina, I treat you as my brother. I sorry. Even if it's the same clan name, I treat you as my brother. Anyeke, I don't want any problems.
Yeah, so what? You make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's actually never again. Can I as in like speak about this? So you have 1 minute remaining actually. So do you want to continue it or maybe you done?
No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm done.
All right. Yeah, but no, it's hey guys, but again, something weird actually happened couple January this year actually, right? But again, kinda like you see this thing of like you see somebody who looks like you and happily the mannerisms you like nah man. So January actually, yeah. So me and my friends Rats or I go barking and Headfield in J I go barking and it's like Sunday vibes in J easy. So my friends they see this girl actually, then they're like, "Ow, barking and Roy, ow, as much as only twin imagine you see, twin, yeah, so like, let's roof now straight." ngathi afuthi bathi buka now hesa mina lena kamusheba sinhle kari ye then ngambuza ukuthi Joe, where you from? I'm like, hey, Joe, when my dad kind of used to work that side. Do you know your father? She's like, no. I'm like, Muskon. I'm like, okay, cut. So we took pictures there, actually. Then 2 weeks later, then I showed my dad. But last week, there was solo, guy. So I was like, and she looks at her, she's like, cha. But did you ask her about her father? And I was like, yeah. Yo. Sorry, but again, so now he freaked out, and I was like, look at that. So now, rather make sure pelo board. Do you know your father, first of all? What's your name? Where you from? No? Just to make sure of so you're gonna be working out here smashing your siblings here, so which is wrong. And like now that you mentioned it, Lee, you are one of my friends. Yeah? You and one of my friends look familiar. Oh, working on a similar. Hey man. Hey man. You know it, nah? One thing that I would say is that my dad is the coolest person. Right? Yes, he was really wild in his day, but still, he's a really good person. Anyway, Babsia.
How are you, my brother?
So, bitch, like, how are you, man?
So sharp.
Yes, it's been a long time, brag. Man, when I'm working hard at Clem, like, stay nice and didn't be like, hi, to the head, dying, to the like in neck, and I joke, but hard at the time.
You know what your problem is? You know what your problem is?
Okay.
You didn't grow up in KZN. In KZN, we don't have any allergies, team.
Well, yeah, working, gonna. Lema mthembu ne actually really working kind like smelling like in pizza much because clearly was still working.
God, your allergies is something
Yeah,
that we
bro.
don't know. Aye.
Man, but
So,
you know what? I'm alright now, though. You know?
that's good. That's good. I've missed you guys. I just want
Yeah.
to ask Mom. Yeah, I just want to ask Mom Sim one thing,
Okay.
if I can. I just wanted
Yeah,
to
no.
know if just wanted to know if his biological dad was married, and if her stepdad, had kids outside besides you guys that you were living with him.
Mthembu.
I'm not really sure about my dad, but he was staying with a woman, so I'm not sure whether married or not. But my stepdad, he was married with my mom. So and we discovered even my stepdad, nah, he had kids outside emshadweni wakhe before he even met with my mom. And he did the same thing. It's so frustrating. That is why I'm showing it. I mean, basically, so they focus on the family that they have. La baba nabo mama babo, they're not really important because that's what my stepdad did as well. Temeseka shad mama anathi endlini, and he just forgot about iy'ngane zakhe kade nazo from the other woman.
Okay, and it's funny that you say that, because that's the very same reason why I asked that. Kuti, being a young man, you see these things and you never understand until you grow up, until these same patterns that you saw as a young man, now you get to experience firsthand. Well, luckily for me, it hasn't happened like that. But you see with your friends that guys sometimes try to reach out to their kids. Either the actual mother blocks it, or the woman that they are with stops it, and it just ends up being this big thing. So my point is, sometimes we look at the dad and we say, this guy didn't man up. But sometimes it could be, as you're saying, the same dad that raised you did not raise his kids. And I don't know what kind of relationship he had with his other kids, before he met your mom. But these are the things that happen. And I think only in my adulthood, only in my adult years, that I've got to understand that, okay, this situation also happens. this thing is not as one-dimensional as we would have initially thought it is. So that's why I believe. I love the fact that you said you like to hear both sides of the story. Now I also believe with actually growing up, good to know there's actually two sides of the story. When it comes to things.
Yeah,
But
true.
yeah, yeah, and not that I'm advocating for absent dads and stuff like that, but most of the time it's just this thing's always complicated, man. That's why, hey guys, if you can, just keep it in your pants, or as Leroy likes to say it,
Lefties
what?
or best?
Yes, 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 guys.
Or keep it at
Because this
land.
thing, yeah, it really does create a lot of difficulties and a lot of complications just for maybe a period of time that you were supposed to just ride out and see it on the other side. And that's what guys tend to do. And yeah, I mean, yeah, guys, and it's very difficult. And now that's my biggest fear. That like what you say, Leroy, Kuti, you one day your daughter's gonna bring back a partner, and you're gonna go how? But this is and plus, Zulu, we believe that amagaza ayafana, amagaza attract each other. So these people
Oh,
will obviously be attracted to each other because they're the same blood. They're like siblings, They'll be attracted to each other, and they can even find each other amongst a crowd of people, because it's the same blood. So yeah, it's always difficult, guys, and it's always difficult. And even personally, Mina, at home, we had a similar thing where my dad had a child before he met my mother, and we sort of, but he was living with us. He was living with us, and got to a stage where I think he was. Excuse me.
yeah, sorry about that. Ah, no, 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 it's fine, it's fine.
Oh,
Actually, nearly was my laptop.
oh,
I'm sorry
okay.
about that.
Oh, is it the crash next door?
Ah, no, no. Ah, nearly
No, I'm
laptop, yeah,
joking.
guys.
I'm
And
joking.
something,
I'm
yeah,
joking.
it's fine. It's all good, bro. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, as I'm saying, and then he left. He left. I think didn't see eye to eye with my mom. He left. I'm not sure where he was. I think I saw him one more time at my grand's funeral, and then after that he passed on. I didn't even go to his funeral, and when he passed on, we didn't hear that. Okay, nah, he's passed. We, oh, this guy died like a month ago. Like, how serious? Kind of thing. So we never really, yeah. So we never really had a relationship with him. So, guys, this thing it's very difficult, and I also ask OCC if you are with a guy who either had kids outside before meeting you, or has made a kid while he was with you, and you decided to move on with him. Don't deprive him the opportunity to have a relationship with Ingan, because at the same time, there are some people I know, like one of my friends. They say what's it, they'd love to know, even if his dad was like, whatever, like I don't want to say nobody, but a nobody. He'd still like to know what his dad looked like. Ngoba he lived his life not knowing the slightest could see, okay, is this what my dad looked like? Is this what he did? And things like that. And sometimes that could also be quite a burden to someone, especially to someone who's very inquisitive to these sort of
Mm.
things. But guys, if we could just have, I mean, I believe in grace, guys. I can't tell you how many times people have forgiven me. I can't tell you how many times strangers have come and helped me with nothing to gain. So I mean, I always will choose the grace route. And if we all could just perhaps just have a bit of grace in these complex situations, which we have made up our minds from a young age, that they're not as complex, but growing up we realize that they're quite complex. We can just show a bit of grace in some of these things. I think we'll be doing much better than how our parents did, and then our kids will also do much better than what we did until we get to a point where this thing is no longer an issue anymore.
Yeah, see, again, like, thank you very much, actually, for that. And I hope there's something that you, Limam Jimbo, actually mentioned, or like, sometimes, oh, okay, wait, sorry about that. Sometimes this can be the mother's fault, actually. Sometimes. Yeah, because now, these ladies now, like, that weaponize as in, like, their kids now, no? What's that? I'm against their fathers, working and such, and because of working and money and stuff. So now, that now tends to lead to such complications now. But again, kind of okay. That now he has been painted as the bad guy my whole life, and then like later on you realize, or no, actually this guy made the effort. It's just my mother didn't want to, and happy you meet him now and then you can see her no man actually like this guy is a really good guy, you know. So now fuck man, like let's let's stop weaponizing kids, guys, man. Man, cause man, you know, and like happy barking gonna let the whole thing actually like quite a topic actually, but again, can as in like stems from. Sorry, fam. Sorry about that. For now, people just have kids like so selfishly, forgetting that these are also, but again, kind of like living human beings, nigga. This is not your prized possession in JJ, or oh my god, I have a baby. Dude, like this is a human being with it. Understand that part first, you know. But hey, man. Flip. All right. Hey, but then thank you very much, Debrasia. You are very much appreciated. And shout out to Family Feud for the follow there, man. Really appreciate you and the gifts. And I saw a few comments from Mrs. Mamtembu. She said, I doubt that my manager deprived me from communicating with my dad, but I think it's the woman that didn't want us. That's another thing. Selfish motives. All in the name of me, I want this. So when I have some parents, or maybe you hate me, but again, and as like 17 years back, so now you're not gonna see your child. Do you understand what it does? As in like, then the long run. Damn man, fuck. Sorry about it, sorry about it, guys. Anyways, it's Pumpkin. Good morning.
Hello. How are you?
I'm alive, my sister. How are you?
Like I feel like we what's the word I'm looking for? You know when the relationship is dying and you can
Oh, yeah.
see ukuthi hayi vele sizohlukana musikusele net few hours ukuthi sihlukane. I feel like you Makoya and Makoya and me kuyenziwa kanjalo. You know the void I feel when I come in and then you guys are not live. It's not fair.
Oh, sorry, Scarabola. Kira lo ana rete
It's not
barking.
fair. Yo.
Sorry, Miss Scarabola. No, Shay, when I born name. Barking. And I remember the first 2 weeks in the girl was in the busira as barking. Kind of cause
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
sharp. So then last week I was supposed to actually, as in like barking, as in like start P lesson. Then barking bacterial what here in my nose. They started like really crazy things. So yeah, so now nearly week kill it dizzy, like literally the whole week last week. So sorry about that also, guys. Hasn't like give my weak body, guys. Ask kiss now.
Okay. It's
You know.
fine. Yeah, YouTube sekumnganami kunini ngibukela amavideo ku-YouTube ayangidina, but it's fine. I miss my guys. Do you understand? Actually, I shouldn't say this, but do you understand that I've moved most of my meetings from 10 o'clock to other hours because of you? Remember, I did tell you, but if my meetings are at 10, I get very angry. But why are you like scheduling meetings at 10? Because in 20 minutes I'll have Magoya. So I used to be like, no, hell no. So now it's fine. Yeah, whoever wants to do like have meetings with me now can have meetings at 10. I have that privilege.
Wow. No, but then thank you very much for that. Yo, Joe. You literally
No,
just
it's
made my
fine.
day. You know that.
It's fine.
Pumpkin, sorry to
So back to the topic, ne?
sorry, Pumpkin, before you go on.
Yeah.
Leroy does not understand this. Doesn't understand what it's just in a schedule, yak. That's how he doesn't understand this. So please don't tell us, Lalela. Mina ngikufuna uze la ne drip. esibhedlela uzorana. Yeah, you must. How it's not our fault that you're sick. It's your fault. So you must make sure.
Okay. Fuck. No,
Lee,
guys, there's so much pressure on me, guys.
like serious, like honestly, like if umuntu yakokotala and then his cats, I'm like I give them that look, the busy,
It's
you
a
know.
busy.
But
Oh,
it's okay,
okay.
it's okay. So, I found out in 2017, I think, so 2017, that I have a brother and sister. So the brother is the same age as me, we're a month apart. Very, very angry guy, very, and also
Angry.
he's quiet. Yeah, very angry. He's also quiet. So to me, he like uphefumula ubu-danger, kuba dangerous, kuba umuntu dangerous. So I don't trust him. So hence why I don't have a relationship with him. So we found out through a family gathering situation where we were introducing each other, and the sperm donor side of the family called a family meeting. We were there, and then we were introducing each other, and then I found out there that actually this is my brother and sister. So the sperm donor is gone. He died. So he doesn't exist anymore. So I don't know how many other kids he has outside. No, don't. It's fine. Good riddance. So, so I try to build a relationship with them. So the same way, I don't want to call them motherly instincts, like Bob the Builder instincts kicked in. They were both unemployed. The sister was doing her last year at university, and I wanted to help. Because why not? I'm told umsebenzi brothers was at the same company that I used to work for at that time. And then, girl, the following year when she finished, she got an internship at this other company. And then I said to her, she can live with me for the first month, and then she will look for a place to stay after she gets paid. Girl is evil. Both of them are angry kids. Both of them, actually.
Okay.
But girl can, pretend and smile through the whatever she's going through. I only picked up after the sister that I grew up with said to me, but she needs you when she wants something from you. She doesn't want a relationship with you. Yeah.
Oh,
Um.
okay. So she's a
Yes.
user, yeah, in a way.
Yes, we use her because there was one incident whereby she said she was extremely sick. I felt so bad. I sent her money, and then she was at a yep party that day.
Oh wow.
Yes,
Oh wow.
and and
The fuck.
she she didn't hide me from a status. After when I commented, she like I've never seen a status afterwards. Yeah? That's when after she moved. And I think man, I don't have a relationship with them. I don't. The guy scares me. And the reason why I say that is because he's quiet. You don't know what he's thinking. He doesn't say much. But he was fine. I'm 17. They never said anything bad about him. They did say, which we are 17, but to lead. They don't really know him like that. And like sitting with him made me very uncomfortable most of the time. Like even when we went to their house, his mom like embraced me. It's fine. And guys, we literally live like in the same area, like 3-4 streets away from where I live, but in Zant, you know. And every time they would want to do something, they would want to involve me. Anything that has to do with money, they would want to involve me. And my sister said to me, you know what? Can you just stop? Because I feel like because you're not a burden to that family anymore, that's when now they want to build a relationship with you. When you're still
Yeah,
young.
because now you working, you are the rich sister now in Jason. Now they're like, what's that? I'm like,
That gets
yeah.
really get rich title. Thank you, I receive. But it's even he's like the aunts and the uncles that side. So I totally cut them off. I remember when they did a whole WhatsApp group and saying, hey, you know how they call us basibiza ukuthi amazama what abu, okay, I can't say my surname. Hey, it was like ngathi bayasipolisha ukuthi sibe active, and I just blocked that group. I was like, I'm leaving this group. I left the group. They tried to invite me again, and I told them, like, I was straight up and said, can you please not invite me into this group? I have my family. I don't need you guys. Fast,
Oh.
okay, sorry. And then fast forward, I get a call from the brother, and then he says to me, why mina ngibalahlele izandla? And I was like, azange ngilahlele izandla mina. I feel like you guys ningdinga nangifuna nifuna uchilla nami whenever you want something, you know. And the sister actually came to Egiti at the other time, and she said she wanted to tell me a history of how we never had a relationship and how the sperm donor treated them or whatever. It was like, okay, I understand, but why are they angry at me? You know, why are they so bitter? Like even in Kulumozam, you could tell. And I was like, I sat with myself and I actually said, I don't need them. I don't really need them. I never have to worry about my child, like marrying someone for like we are related to, or ukulala nomuntu is related to, because I'll never, like, you know, Musa, right? And I'm like, there's really no point. There's really no point in why I should, you know, try and pursue this relationship and try and make it work and try and fix them or fix things that they went through when they were young. I was not even part of that. They need to fix them. Yes, they need to heal. They really need to heal. You know, they need to heal. Like even their past, like the series of trauma that they went through, you can tell that they need to find healing. So that's why I just I cut them off, because Nami I had my own healing that I needed to deal with and stuff. So it didn't even take more than a year and a half for that relationship to end, and I'm fine with it, man. You know, hopefully
There's a
one day
question there
we
from okay, sorry, nah. Your 5 minutes if really, but in fact there we can give you one
my
more
5 minutes.
minute.
The first one was greeting you, Musa. Okay, it's fine.
Hey, yeah, sorry, Jay, but again,
What
just get a
question?
leave it. It's awfully 2 minutes, yeah. But then Sia has bargaining gonna crack for you there quickly.
Okay.
Sorry, I just missed this earlier on when you said it. So you're saying the sperm donor was not living with you guys or was living with you guys?
No, the sperm was living on his own. Like he never even lived with them.
Okay, okay. So I mean, because I thought maybe you were saying the sperm donor was living with you guys and neglects them, but nobody in the same position. Man
Same
neglects and-
position, all of us, yes.
Oh, okay. No, that's only clarity I was seeking.
Yeah.
Because you know,
But on their side, they used to go to their grandmother to visit and get to build a relationship with them. But the grandmother was actually the evil one in the family. She had only boys. Yeah, she had only boys, and all the boys are just like ingqondo zabo azithathi kahle. So what my mom told me and what their mom told them is the same thing. I thought obviously when you're growing up, you're thinking, there's another side, and then what their mom told them was the same. It's their grandmother was the evil one, and I think they picked it up and bafuza yena, and but we ended up but because it's like, why? Why make so much? And what my mom is telling me and what they told me is that he has more kids. And my brother is the only boy that he has. He has like a lot of like girls, and there's one brother, and that one brother is the firstborn. I follow him like a month apart. Yeah. So February, March, he's February, me, March. We are like 3 weeks apart, actually. 3 weeks apart. He's the oldest, and then I follow him, and then the other ones.
guys, as in, but again, can I remember here, Gary, I was that we are very respectful here, but then, like, guys, Lord, at the 90s and the 80s, no, really busy, most man. Yo, I don't
Sikasenza kancane because for us it's we are Pumelo Ballet, people can see them, it was hidden, but they used to do exactly what people are doing right now, pretty much worse.
yes,
Because there's
actually,
so many
yeah.
kids, yes, so many kids that don't have fathers in, like, marriages and stuff, and the wife is quiet because she knows who the baby daddy is of the firstborn or the last child, in the marriage, in marriages actually. So it's like it has been happening. Abomama bethu bakwenzile, bobaba bethu bakwenzile, nathi siyakwenza. So so yeah, so I don't have a relationship with them, and I think I'm fine with that.
Yeah, sometimes
We You
actually,
cannot come into my life and try and blame situations, because it's like ngathi umama ke told them ukuthi babakhe left her for my mom or something or whatever. Now they're blaming me, they're taking that anger bayifaka kimi. But the brother really scares me, guys. He does, because I'm not used to abantu abangasi vocal, who don't say anything and sit with you, but he's angry whenever he says something. It's like ngati vele he will I was like, to vele from him, I was like, no, I'm not gonna build a relationship with this guy.
which is, what's in there, like, it's what, like, sometimes you just have to let go, man, Or, you know what? Yeah, you are my sibling, but then again, you're not good for me. For a shop, it's again, like, yeah, I love you, Fairy, but then, like, just stand there. Yeah, I want to feel like right
Mm,
there. Ah,
mm,
that's fine. Yeah,
mm.
because, like, like, some of them, they're really toxic, no? But again, can you see, like, your sister working, like, working, uh,
Ngoke
oh,
prove
yeah,
I am.
yeah, oh, I, like, la, love you, but then, alhamdulillah, like, oh, but again, you actually reminded me of her. I'm like, you see the two Josie siblings actually, they're like that actually isn't like what's that but they colored us actually. Nah, me and them, my brother actually, we are literally like what's that, like 1 year apart actually. So 92, no, yeah, yeah, actually now but I'm gonna wait, nah. So 92 the older one, nah? The external one. Then 93 my brother. Then 94 the external one. Then 95 it's me and I'm like, Kokorojo, like, this guy was like, pa, pa, pa. Like, very dangerous things, see? But yeah, fuck, but yeah, actually, so well, so pa. Hey. But again, gotta know who busy guys. No. But again, you know what, Neb? We could actually forgive them because like there was no more going run down back then though, because here we were gonna help them to board and stop barking kana barking kana stop promiscuity guys, ne? We still respect baholo like barona guys, ne? We're not disrespecting them, but then hey man. Hey, hey. Anyway, it's up. Yo, it's
Yeah,
up.
my boy. You good?
Afraid man, how you doing?
Nah, I'm awesome, man. Hi guys, everyone. Hey, Bena. When you came back on Monday, I was like, "Oh, this guy, no alerting and nothing." I was busy.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I
actually,
was busy running around here, but hey, it's fine.
nah, man, on Monday actually, nah, like negatively some new pills actually. So, yeah, so now negative, but again, kind of like
Mm,
yeah, like negative do try and horror, maybe try get a diesel, maybe try get a shampoo,
mm.
Yeah, but yeah, but a couple is pumpkin and come on, like, so now I was like. Let me just show face nyana and then I'll be back to
Man, now I was even wondering, oh, one, I'm busy here online. Leroy, jiggy jiggy. When I get off the panel that I was on, jiggy jiggy Maguire is on. I'm like, hey, man, no one no nothing. I was like, it's fine. But
boy.
anyways, no, it's all good. Before before we get out of hand, regarding today's topic,
You
man,
start now.
yeah, regarding today's topic, I think a lot of us deal with unexpected things, man. Because wabona, when it comes to when it comes to having half siblings and external siblings, it's another story because where now you grew up in that external bubble. You're I'm a loner. I don't have anyone else. Sharp. Then jiggy jiggy someone comes along. Hey, you're your brother. Where were you all my life? Now suddenly I must start inviting you in my space. It becomes a problem. It becomes a problem
If you
when
want, you can.
everyone, yeah, hence I'm saying it becomes a problem when everyone is like saying, yeah, no, I have siblings. Lap at that time you were busy chowing your sibling, but you were not aware. You were not aware, or hey, this is what's happening. It comes to a point where everyone wanna leave. You have to do what Umbali said. Ne? I fully agree. I also do that. I'll fish for information. If I hear the clan name or the surname is almost similar, maybe I'm gonna treat you like my sibling. I don't have time. But I don't have time to be saying, hey, hey, we have instances in some marriages where you find later on in life they found out right their siblings, instead of them divorcing, they just continue with the marriage. They're like, hey man, what can we do? Because we already found out that and it's late and we already have kids with each
That's
other.
another
So
thing that we should speak about, eh?
legit, legit. Because Wabana,
Oh,
when I think when I found out my cousins from during Kadi gathering, or some of them got married to their own cousins, right? I was gobsmacked. I was like, Gemona, why didn't you even ask the person or an Mimiki? I found out late in Petusalo, we already married, or family, like family, it's the same surname as yours. I'm like, Njani. And then instead of them doing that, now you're gonna have to go through that appeal. You're gonna appease Amadlozi and all that, so that everything can go well and, and stuff. So that because like kind of was incest has been running in our lives for like decades, and we're not even aware of it. Now, jiggy jiggy, all of a sudden, when now you are busy, you find Hore. Leroy is my brother, Ula kwa Pitorian, and now I'm all the way in Free State. Arsokopani, we've never met each other. Then next thing, jiggy jiggy, how? Family gathering, him and Leroy, what are you doing here? I'm here. When now what are you doing here? And then someone just comes along and says, Emma, you two are siblings. And it becomes a problem. And it becomes a problem when you think about it because nowadays we are all in that train of we need to find our roots. We need to start. If you're seeing Hoda, this person might be looking like you, might be similar towards you. Do proper research because you never know what you might find. You never know what you might find. You might say, hey, man,
yeah.
I've been friends with Leroy from since 2019, yeah. And then jiggy jiggy all of a sudden, Leroy is my brother. How? Kanjai. Or Mom Chimbu is my sister. Like how? Why wasn't I being alerted by
Like
this?
how
Why
comes
wasn't I
now?
being in that specific moment? We need to find and we need to actually find where and how we're doing this. Now, I agree with that statement that was said earlier about our elders did things in private, and then we only found out later in life. But hey, generation, yeah, no, doing it out in the open, don't care the consequences. Like, yo, there's a similar situation that I dealt with. A friend of mine who was an orphan,
Mm.
only to find out the foster the people that took her in are actually her parents. Yeah, now she wasn't aware it's her parents because of the
Wait,
what you
wait,
might
wait,
call
wait. What?
the Sheba. This is what happened. my older a friend of mine,
Uh,
ne, apparently, apparently they gave her up during birth, ne, and the person who took her wasn't
okay.
able to have kids back then. So these ones, they were not there in the picture for all this time. But Kabama adopt. But later on they found out that this is actually our child. The one that we gave up go hospital back then when she was born, because I think apparently it was all those situations stand it was actually all those situations start hiding the baby type of vibes, like, hey, we made a baby here, let's give her away so that people don't notice.
Okay.
Yeah. So that the time when that happened, immediately when they found out, oh no, there's a baby who's up for adoption and the parents are not being there. Only they found out, man, this is the child that we gave up Kwana back then, because when you're going to traditional healers and churches and they're busy saying, oh, good, no, man, there's a child somewhere, there's a child elsewhere that you guys are not even aware of that's there. And then we tend to ignore the signs and all that. So sharp, the time that it came, she decided, no, let me do a DNA test behind their back, not with them not knowing. Sharp the results come back, 100%. Now a person is conflicted, or now is how the family that raised me and this family that just came into my life now, yeah, but and then it becomes a problem when the siblings, because apparently she was dating the sibling without knowing, hey, that person is your brother, and you've been dating for 4 or 5 years. You guys already have a child together. Now you're supposed to get married. Why what? So then
Yeah,
when it comes to that,
yeah,
when
yeah.
it
See,
when it yeah, man, hmm? No, wait.
no, no, no. You know, what, like, what's the? Let me defend black men there because I see this pumpkin and hey, black man. No, 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 la, la, no, 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 no.
Even
This is not black men.
uh,
Mm, so please go back and fight.
Wabana Pumpkin, it's not only black men, even you black ladies are also involved in all of this. In fact, not only black ladies, everyone here on earth
Yeah,
has something
actually,
to
yeah.
hide. Everyone on earth has something to hide. Doesn't matter what race you are, as long as you know you did something that you're not supposed to do, you have
There we
something to
go.
hide. And when it comes out, all of a sudden, now guys are the bad guys. When we know the problem could have been avoided. Like,
But again, can you see, like I said, they like you know, and like sometimes you find that it's the mother's fault actually. But again, like what's that toxic now or no? Eh, lona ra lona ga le batle eng. But again, no, like she's just better now. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but again, so now she's weaponizing now these kids now to actually get to him now. So which is also wrong.
exactly.
So now this is not just men, sis. Royally, we we have that thing and here and there, little na road. But you know, like so yeah. So 1 minute double fell
I think it goes. All right. I think it goes to that thing, Yagore. You are also hiding your shameful secret, but ultimately it's gonna come out, and when everyone comes out, then it becomes, how? Why did people hide this thing? Hide a child from us for all of these years? He's not having a child. And he has a child elsewhere. We're not even sure about it. Now all of a sudden, oh, you are getting married. Ngwana o sa hlaha out of nowhere. No, ke batlana le papa ka, and mathata ba qala net there. We need to have this thing of saying parents need to find a way to talk to the kids. If, for instance, one hour I'll go grade 2 or 3, sit them down, talk to them. Sit them down, talk to them more. At least in Yana. Make them understand. Make them
I
understand, Ore.
see, man, yeah.
Yeah, make them understand, Ore. As time goes by, if you see someone saying that they're looking out for you, where now I can make it your mission to find out, Ore, who's this person and what is this person doing. Ore. Now with me, Shapo, I grew up knowing my stepdad, and I knew for a fact that he has his own kids elsewhere. Mara, me and the others, we're not on talking terms because of how they're treating him and all yada yada such. But when we see each other, we greet each other like normal. We go our separate ways. It's not like when I hate you or I resent you. Now I learned that thing because I already have siblings of my own. If something comes out of somewhere or hey, there was a child hidden guy, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna be hey, don't. I'm just gonna be like, okay, let's do a DNA. Sharp. If the DNA matches, then we'll see starting from there where are we going. But then other than that, you stay where you are, I'm staying where I am. So that at least we know it. It's fine, it's similar and all that. Mar, in that case and in that scenario, guys, we need to do background checks because background checks are very, very important. Because otherwise, you'll find yourself saying, hey, I married Wendy. Wendy is my sister. Karakash. But then it is. But for all that's worth, let me stop there and give Wendy a chance to speak.
Yeah, actually, Wendy, Wendy, you said you're going to actually gym soon, but then you said something there that I needed clarity more on. Or I didn't sit saying with your father, like, yeah. Anyway, hi Wendy, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello,
take
Wendy.
it.
How are you?
Okay, wait. I'm gonna move Manjaman.
All right, now I can hear you, Pilana.
Okay, wait. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, no, we can hear you. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alive. Thank you very much. So what again? Can I, before you leave there, like, what again? Can I please explain there for your father, your sisters didn't sang sharp sharp.
Okay, so we okay. Like when people ask me, Ruti, Ningaiki, Kaigin, I usually say three, like three siblings. We actually have another sibling, like a half sibling, but like that's another story. The one that I was telling you about is the third one, like our firstborn in inverted commas. Ne? My older sister. Then there's my older brother, then there's me.
Or
Yeah. So in 20,
so
yeah,
you are
she
the last born.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like in 2020, she was like late 30s. We found out that like all along she was just adopted by my dad. Yeah, but maybe to get the surname. Cause like yeah, she's had our surname all her life. And also we found out that like he adopted her at the age of 3.
That's really beautiful, actually. Like, really,
Yeah,
man.
he's my mom's child, not my dad's. So my dad's firstborn is actually my brother.
Okay. So I'm jealous of lot, but again, can I say like after
Yeah, we
finding
never
out.
suspected anything. Okay, like all our lives, we never suspected anything. She does look like us. Okay, but also like me and my siblings, we don't all look the same. So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then yeah, like we never suspected anything. No one, like none of our aunts maybe like hinted it's Mistaela, So I guess they're very good at keeping secrets in that family because like we never knew. But I mean, some of the signs were there, like with my dad. I think like he wanted this thing to really come out. Yeah, bro. But it only happened then. But I also think that it had to happen in that year because it was like COVID year and my mom passed on because of COVID. So like she wouldn't have been able to ask the questions that she had to ask her mom, if she found out afterwards. So I guess it all happened perfect timing, I guess, and she had to know and also know who her dad is, the real surname, where they located, that she has other brothers out there. So yeah, that's her story.
Okay.
But
No,
yeah, she is hurt. She was hurt. You know, she was very like heartbroken. Kind of like her life has been a lie, but not really because we had an awesome dad. Yep. So yeah,
Varga, you know, and one thing that I'll give your dad is a high five. You know, like that. He's a star. I mean, you know, for Varga, can you really happy? I'm sorry about working your mother and sister never again. It's like
yeah,
I'm not really sure about it. But then I feel like he felt like there's a good now for you know and like let me be clear with my kids now actually because what if now as like something happens to me now actually you know so hey man like kudos to your father you know he's a
yeah.
good guy, you know because when I need him actually working ga ke tla go ntsha magadi ko ganyana ra so huh? I'm gonna need to meet him up but anyway
Okay. But he's also showing us things now. But I mean, yeah, in terms of being a dad, I guess he's a good dad.
and I just hope that you are not my half sibling also but anyway it's fine yeah we'll sort that out
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of
it's
look
fine
the same. I think he's my older brother.
yeah actually because I see what kind of let those actually you see mines and yours I'm like like anyway you know what but then thank you very much now Wendy
Yeah, cool.
sharp so yeah guys Vargan, okay just to close off Nyana quickly before now like we start having some loose chats actually this is all not bad actually right because I have another half sibling like which is my younger brother actually when I was like so happy to actually find out or I have a younger sibling actually because now what my siblings have done was that like for me as in, like my whole life I really wished horror Angelina I can have a younger barricade and as like sibling and then I can like be there was that like was that but I'm gonna be there for them you know but I can like go groove like look at this I'm like no try to boy then now and then like fortunately he looks exactly like me so like so you're like me it, it's just that he's like taller than me but then for the like he's my younger brother and he's smart you know and it's our mama la papa or he by the go one hide it in bra we make sure that you it's again now but again now fana it's me and you fana whatever you need born and you boy Bona. So failure. So I mean like it's not all bad actually at the end of the day, you know, because there are those that like that actually see beyond what working at this mess actually and they like choose for him no but actually you're my nigga bro. Or especially TP actually. Oh yeah. Working kana his name is TP actually. Smart guy. Joe bro. Ish working kana ish. I will kind of look for Barking and his picture now, Jay, because my phone is gonna do things. But then he looks exactly like me. He's smart. He's very creative. Barking kind of happen. I'm like, I wanna meet you, boy. I see that. So yeah, man. So my closing words now, okay, Joe, embrace your family, right? Sharp. But then do not let them take you for a boost, Jay, because of the parents doing, actually, you know. But if there's a chance, just make it work, actually, because if you don't, some crazy things may happen in the future, and there are now things that you may not be able to reverse now, you know. So just welcome them. I mean, it wasn't your fault for they are there, or maybe you are here now, and then now, you know, so just, yeah, man, just spread love, not legs, right? And again, guys, please remember this. Raw sex is amazing as fuck, but the repercussions of that, they're crazy as fuck. So chill, right? Working gonna left is your bestie, fam, you know? Just keep it at that. Or you can get burger, those condoms. I'm like, they're free now. Yeah, but anyway, spread love, not legs. Lefties or bestie, or buy condoms. Or you can get a vasectomy, actually. But trust me, you don't want to see your kids again kind of doing the incest use, so and then you're like, oh my god, can't you know exactly what you did? So again gonna play vacuum. So we're gonna close the next 10 minutes, but I see Lona the late cam about KG low man kana say ho the late blind bo gonna chase Lebo Dean. Late comers, not late, but it's fine. But then yo guys, um what's that? Oh yeah, no, actually, before I close, okay, the 30 seconds each, guys. We're gonna start with Mam Tembo. Closing 30 seconds each quickly. Mam Tembo, you can start.
Mina into engayisho nje ukuthi guys, let's just rectify ama-mistakes enziwa abazali bethu. Let's not repeat the same things that our parents did to us. If ukuthi you have a child and mhlambe the mother married someone or baba married someone, that does not mean ukuthi manje they should be deprived i-communication and i-connection with abantwana. And especially for us women, because when we get married, like sivele sikhathe nje i-relationship between abantwana nabo baba babo, and then now the stepdad should be the one that's going to allow the whole thing to happen, ukuthi umntwana ubonwa nini and akabonwa nini. So nanoma sishadwa siganwa, akusho lokho ukuthi iy'ngane zethu azingayazi imvelaphi yabo. Kumele ukuthi bazi imvelaphi yala thina sigane khona. Thank you.
Hallelujah, bazalwane. Thank you very much there, Mam Tembo. Tempo, your 30 seconds starts now.
In just short words, guys, do your proper research. If you find correct, you're having a sibling out there that you do not know of, do your proper and thorough research. Don't just be, now you're my sister because of Hitler names and all that. Because you never know what might happen, because you might be actually looking for a long lost sibling, or you might have been given away, you're unaware. So just be on the lookout, and also do not have babies out of wedlock, because that tends to be the problem also. So with all that being said, this has been fun. This has been the Makoya rundown. For me, I am out.
Ali Basika, thank you very much there, Mr. Shivas Regal. Babsia.
How's it, man?
Yeah,
I think a lot was said. Good see. I think the easiest thing to do, as Tepo said, just don't have kids outside wedlock, you know. And if you do have kids outside before you meet the love of your life or your partner, just be honest. Honesty will hurt right now, but in the long run, it's going to be the cure. So just be honest with your partner and don't deny people of their kids, regardless of how they were obtained and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, a child is a blessing, regardless of what we can say about it. But a child is a blessing. So who are we to deny people or to deny the blessings that God has given in this world? And I just have one more question for Tepo. Tepo says that he does ask for background check, of which I think it's good. But now I think it's gotten so complex where people are not using their father's names; they're using their mother's names, Tontoni, and they even people are being lied to or misled to think that these are their names. Oh, Baba Kwep. Oh no, he died when you were like one. So the name you're using is your father's, not knowing Kotsi actually it's someone else's. So how do you go about doing that? How do you find out when you do your research?
Bruh, you know the thing, the DNA, kind of what do they call this again? It's English, ne? Hereditary checks. Because, you know, sometimes you might say, for when example, we're not Mercia, that me and you are siblings, but we've grown like on two different parts of the. You might be living the high life, and I might be living in that rural stage part, not knowing what I have a sibling on that other side of town. And then jiggy jiggy family reunions, like we mentioned during the show. Go to yay, Ban Ban is the same as this guy, and then all of a sudden, your mom or your dad says, you guys are actually siblings." Just for proper check and proper analysis, we'll go with him, go do the DNA. If the DNA comes out exactly 100% or 50% match, just know that already you have a sibling. But other than that, if the person comes and claims, in inverted commas, if he claims or no, when you are one of us, and then Jiggy Jiggy DNA says otherwise, continue with your life in a normal, peaceful way. Don't be resentful and say, "I, because when you came into my life, you're doing this, you're doing that." Rather, move at your own pace. Know what limits you, know what makes you happy, and know where to draw the line.
No, I get that. Like, let me give you an
Mm,
example of what I mean. I met
mm,
Miss Mtem. Hey, she's beautiful. I fall for her, and she thinks I'm handsome. Don't, and we start dating. I ask her, hey, what's your surname? Ah, mina ngumthembu. Okay, mina
Oh, kahle kahle
ngugumede
umabasa
mina.
ayongithembi.
But ngugumede, and but I'm using. I was told that my surname, kahle kahle, no one's told me, Guti, I'm actually adopted kagumede. My surname is actually umthembu.
oh,
Oh, so now, like I've done my research. I've asked her. She said she's Mthembu. I'm Ugumede. We are not family. Only later, oh no, actually you're using your stepfather's surname. Your surname is Ugumede. Or I cheated on your dad. Don't kind of stuff. So
hey,
then what?
then
Actually,
tribalism and family wars start. But I
yeah,
will have a discussion for this another day, man. Let's just respect
yeah,
Leroy's
actually,
time.
you know what,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, no,
But
cool.
you know what, man? Oh, but again, like, one from me, actually, man. There's one solution to that. Stop having kids. Simple.
Ah, yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah. That's
now,
a
mama,
solution.
gumete ke bumaba so gape mara sinini ke bo ai laga e because nje motho wa ne fela o di sa itlong go berekeng kana gore na they want to come. Look now, you see.
Eish, yabona njenge eyami wena Leroy, ngibona bani ungibuzile u-life ukuthi did I change my surname? Mina in fact ngikhule ngizazi ukuthi nguMabaso, but my birth certificate bekungumthembu. So I would ask my mom ukuthi kanti umthembu lona ku-birth certificate ubani, what happened? And my mom lied and said ukuthi no, it was a mistake that was done from the Home Affairs. So made kulindwe until I reach to at least 18, and then that is when I'll be given the right to change my surname back to Umabaso. So can you imagine ukuthi if my mom, she didn't become honest with me and told me ukuthi baba ngempela ngempela ubani, kusho ukuthi bengizoshintsha isibongo sami ngizibize ngoMabaso ngingazi ukuthi ungumthembu because mina I grew up ngingamazi umthembu ngaze nje uMabaso. And when I was like 3 years, I would say I have 2 dads. Ngingazi ukuthi where do I actually take that from ukuthi nabantwana ukuthi nabo baba bayithini. So I'm thinking ukuthi my dad at that time he would come to visit. And then yes, so up until ke waze wagcina sengasezi uzongibona. So obviously as you grow you forget. So ngakhohlwa ukuthi no man, there was this person that was in my life and they just disappeared. So I grew up ngizazi ukuthi nguMabaso. Up until on a later stage, ukuthi my mom, she became honest and she was like, no, awusuMabaso, kahle kahle vele ungumthembu. And nalo umthembu wakhona, still another thing ukuthi he did nothing, angakhokhanga nhlawulo, nothing. So I still need to change my surname back to Umeiwa at my mother. Ngingazi ukuthi what was the promises, mhlambe bekuthando, kwagcina sekwaba nento ukuthi I know ngibize ngomthembu mina ngizokhokha inhlawulo and stuff. Unfortunately things didn't go according to plan. They broke up and now I'm stuck with this whole confusion because now as ngekwesintu it's also affecting me. So it sucks, guys.
Nah, man, you know what? We can speak about it again, maybe next week Wednesday. Like, but again, can I get it to Friday? You're gonna keep it, again, it's like low key, so like let's put a pause there, and then we will revisit Hore. How now do you deal now with, but again, kinda the steps and names now, the steps and name, but then hey man, but my god, Mom Tim, thank you very much, guys. Tapo, let's see, the pumpkin, le Mbaili, le Lady G, ne? What man, Lady G. Oh yeah, Wendy, sorry. Yeah, no, guys, thank you very much. And I really do apologize for again this month, hey. The devil was again very hard at work, but then he didn't prevail. So for those who missed the show, you can catch it at 1 p.m. tomorrow, more YouTube, and I'll see you guys Friday. And remember to get yourself your Makoya shirt. Actually, I'm still selling them, but then again, kana lona. Kana lona hale reke hale barike kana hale the subscription nego reason guys, but it's fine. But I still love you. Oh, and I have a special shout out to his to Barga Magana Yellow Pumpkin actually, because they really melted my heart there, actually saying that they cleared the schedule for this pretty boy right here. Come on, man. Guys, I really appreciate you guys.
The content, not the pretty boy, the content.
Fine, and usually you mean it's fine, it's me. It's fine.
Lee,
Anyway, guys, good night,
Lee,
man.
my guy,
Yeah?
before we go, you see
Yeah.
why I always tell you, Ray, I have people asking me questions. Now today they got to you straight.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, so you see.
Nah, man, you know
So
what?
guys,
Mm.
yeah. So I was just gonna say, so guys, Fridays, please. We will
Nothing
only
heavy
make
on Friday, guys.
exceptions.
Please, man.
My man, yeah. We only make exceptions if the person is new on the panel. Other than that, you
Yes.
regulars, I call. Fridays we should be having chill topics, like having fun, man. Just like so believe. We only make exception to new people on the panel. So with that being said, please stay safe and yeah, Friday it is.
And remember to condomize and don't have children. Of news, so they're gonna do some incest. Bye-bye.
Wait, now yes, we forgot to disclaim.
Oh, actually, sharp guys. Bye-bye.
Views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about something. So the last market of the year. It's happening next weekend. So my fellow Praetorians, let's go party like what's that? Let's go party for the last time next weekend with me, and let's have fun. Go my t-shirts, nah? Please and thank you. Bye bye.